dragon, rock the dragon. That's how this movie should have ended. When they put their medallions together, they should have literally become like really bad puppet dragons from like Jim Henson.
Yes, I'm for
And
this.
then
Well, I gave you everything I've got. Well, I know it's not a lot, but I tried so hard. All the time we spent, wonder where it went. Why must time move on? Why must we go apart?
Final Picture Show podcast, we are talking about Double Dragon from 1994 from the producers of the Transformer series and Natural Born Killers. There you go.
Oh.
A little bit about the producers. Yeah, we're going to notice a theme here, which is basically like every single person involved with this is not their best work.
Yeah.
Right? It's basically like if you got a lot of talented people, because like as we go through the list and talk about things that they did, you're going to see like some talented people involved here.
Mm-hmm.
And yet, for somehow, some way, just everybody kind of fucked it up here. And
I have thoughts on why it was fucked up like that. I think a lot of it was just, I don't know. When did the Mario movie come out?
So like a year before this.
Okay, I blame that.
This was the second like big like video game movie.
God.
Yeah, it comes out a little bit before Street Fighter, and then there's a bunch of them coming out in the 90s. I watched this movie growing up as a kid. This was like one of those movies that, as an adult, it's awful. As a kid,
God.
I loved this fucking movie. Every time we went to Blockbuster, it was Double Dragon. I'm taking it home. But I also grew up playing the games. Like me and my sister played the Super Double Dragon on the Super Nintendo. And we played Battletoads, Cross, Double Dragon all the fucking time. So, and then we rented Double Dragon 5, the fighting game that we'll talk about later on that's associated with this movie. Yeah, this movie had a video game spinoff that would eventually come out. Eventually being the key word there.
Yeah, I didn't really I think I played some at the arcade. I feel like maybe somebody I knew had the game on regular Nintendo, I think, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe?
The first couple of them came out on regular Nintendo. Yeah, there was some.
See, it's... Yeah. But by the time the movie came out, I was like... I had a little bit of understanding of... Like, I knew about Double Dragon.
Yeah.
And...
You'd seen it at the arcade.
Oh, yeah, no, and I'm pretty sure I had at least played it
that was
once.
The thing in the 90s. Like, we spent a lot of time in, like, Gaddyland, even, like, and arcades, just in general.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Mr. Gaddy's, places like that. The mall used to have arcades. Fucking the airport used to have an arcade lounge. The movie theater, some restaurants had arcade lounges.
I remember being like 10 or 11 and going... I was at a bowling alley, and I think this may have been in San Antonio. That's where I first saw Mortal Kombat in arcade. So, I definitely was around arcades a lot. And then we ended up moving to this small town in Central Texas where the only place you could have arcade, there was a Dairy Queen, and they had at Dairy Queen they had a Marvel beat 'em up game, side-scrolling beat 'em up game, like Double
there was
Dragon.
A bunch.
And then there was like this cowboy side scroller shoot 'em up at a grocery store that was nearby. So like, So I still would go and play those. So
same. I was going to say side-scrolling beat 'em ups were like my go-to games as a kid.
Mm-hmm.
Like Jamie, one of the people we've had on the show before, Final Fantasy episode. He and I grew up playing the shit out of Golden Axe 2, and then like going to arcades and playing Turtles Through Time, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Mm-hmm.
There was a Mighty Morphin Power Rangers beat 'em up. You mentioned the Marvel. Marvel had one. There was like an Avengers side-scrolling beat 'em up. There was an X-Men side-scrolling beat 'em up. Like every single little thing had like its own little beat 'em up, and so many of them were like arcades because you couldn't rent them, and a lot of them didn't even come to consoles until much later. Like my favorite side-scrolling beat 'em up is Knights of the Round which is a Capcom side-scrolling. It's fun as hell, but I don't think it came out to like consoles until the PS3.
That sounds familiar for some reason.
Oh, I played the shit out of that game. I love that game.
Yeah. See, and then like the Power Rangers game, I actually did have that on Super Nintendo.
Same. Yeah. I had that. Me and my sister used to play the shit out of that. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how I got into Double Dragon. Is one of the few games that we had for the Super Nintendo was Super Double Dragon. And we used to play the hell out of it. And then one of my neighbors had Double Dragon Cross Battletoads. And so I used to go over to his house and play that all the time. And same neighbor that had the Chicago Bulls versus the Portland Trailblazers game that I mentioned like episodes ago. It's all circular, right? Same neighbor. I don't remember that dude's name. I'm too old now. But he had Super Double, or not Super Double Dragon. He had Double Dragon Cross Battletoads. And that was a hard ass fucking game. I remember having a hard time. I was
going to say it'd have to be if it's going to live up to
Yeah, so that's kind of what we're talking about tonight is Double Dragon, which is a video game tie-in. This movie was based off of. So here's a little bit about the director and writers. And so the director here is James Yukich. I could be mispronouncing that last name. I'm sorry. I actually listened to an interview with him that was done about a year ago on a podcast called Talking Pictures. And I'll include a link to that. With a man named, I think, Christian Genzel. And his podcast, he kind of focuses on like interviewing directors of some of these movies that have been like oftentimes derided or forgotten about. And I really liked his interview. It was really, really informative. And his background was not really in directing film, quote unquote, although he had done some of that. He's mostly known as a movie director, not a movie director, sorry, a music video director.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And he directed hundreds of music videos, tons of music videos, and still has and still works to like all the time directing music videos. Like, up until 2021, he was doing all kinds of music videos. And beyond that, he would do like documentaries of bands on tour. So he did like a Def Leppard, and then he would do like concert documentaries. So he did like a documentary on Gloria Estefan, Phil Collins, Genesis, pretty much almost any band you can think of. He probably had some version of it, of a documentary on them. So talents elsewhere. Like I said, a lot of talented people doing other things. One of his other main talents is under a somewhat of an alias, using the name Jim. He would direct The Return of Bruno, that TV movie about Bruce Willis's songwriting alias.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. Which is like a documentary made to be real about this like hidden artist named Bruno who's coming back onto the charts. It's like fucking, it's Bruce Willis. Everyone knows it's Bruce Willis. Which, so yeah. It was a TV movie. I have never seen it, but I've seen clips of it, and it looks silly. It's one of those ones that it's like that should be something we definitely get on the show at some point. I don't know how.
Oh, hell yeah.
Squeeze it in there some shape or way or another.
Yeah. Well, speaking of celebrities doing bands or whatever that you wouldn't really always know them for, did you see that new Dog Star video on YouTube?
I did, with Keanu.
Yeah, it wasn't that bad.
Wasn't. No, I like Dog Star.
But,
Dog Star's not too bad. They're kind of like, they're keeping the dream of the 90s alive.
Exactly. That's all it just felt like.
They're trying their best. We'll actually talk about Keanu later, because I think one of the actors in this movie is kind of like Aldi's Keanu.
I was thinking the exact same thing. Now, I will say I'm a huge fan of the actor himself.
Oh, yeah, totally. Yeah. We'll get to him in a second.
Absolutely.
Let's talk about the writers real fast. There are 4 writers, which is, as we always say, 4 too many.
Yeah. Oh,
but all of these writers... Yeah, all of these writers would end up doing other things. You can tell this movie is terribly overwritten. It has so many like puns, forced puns. There's a fucking Alyssa Milano pun. Like, of all the puns to make, who's the boss? I had to explain that one to my wife. She was watching it, and she was like, I don't get it. And I was like, Alyssa Milano was in Who's the Boss. She's like, okay. I was like, so she said, who's the boss now?
That's right. Oh, Samantha. Yeah.
It's like, that was supposed to be funny. There you
go.
Somebody in this writing room, somebody of these 4 men was like, that's good.
There it is.
There it is, right there. Check in the mail. So here are the guys. We got Paul Dini. You ever heard that name before?
Not right off.
Well, you're going to be familiar with his work. He is the guy who invented Harley Quinn.
Oh, Paul. Oh,
yeah, Paul Dini.
Paul Dini. Yeah, that's right.
Paul Dini. Yeah, he is the writer for the Batman animated series, a bunch of them. He also gets credit in pretty much every DC thing ever because he was the creator of the Harley Quinn series. A lot of Gen Zers listening, of which there are some for some reason. I don't know how you found your way to two elderly millennials bitching about 90s movies, but my hat's to you. My hat's to you. Welcome. Welcome with arms wide open. You maybe didn't know that Harley Quinn did not originate in the comic books. I know it seems like she did as much as they shove you down her goddamn throats. Oh, yeah. But she actually originated in the animated TV show, which is amazing. If you have not watched, the Batman animated show is one of the best animated shows ever made.
Everybody always has, like, each generation has their Batman. That's my Batman. Like,
that's mine. Yeah, that's the one that I always go to. I still haven't watched the last couple Batman movies because every time I think about it, I'm just like, I'll just go watch the animated show. That's
fair.
It has all the characters that, like, it has all the deep pulls from the DC universe that you wouldn't expect. That show, fucking Calendar Man shows up. Like all kinds of people that you would never expect. And it's well done. It's, it's silly when it needs to be. There's some really great episodes of the Batman animated show. You should definitely check that out. Next writer here is Neil Shusterman, who is mostly known as a teen writer writing for kids. This is kind of obviously a kids movie. One of the, I guess, like the second kids movie we've talked about up there, besides Doom Runners, of which, if you're listening and you didn't listen to our Doom Runners episode, park the car, go find that episode. There's a link to the show. That's a much better movie than this.
Much better.
Just watch that.
God,
watch it with your kids. They'll like it too.
Yeah, if you want to watch something post-apocalypse for kids that has some supernatural elements, 100% watch Doom Runners.
Watch Doom
much
Runners.
Better. It's much New better. Zealand, Aussie, like it's
Tim Curry.
Oh God,
Tim Curry.
Honestly, nothing against.
That's all you have to say. That's all you have to say.
I mean, nothing against Robert Patrick, but
nothing. Okay. He's doing his best here. He's giving it socks.
I mean,
Neil Shusterman. Yeah, we will. Neil Shusterman did 7 episodes of the Goosebumps TV show, as well as adapting the Animorphs book series to a television show, of which I never knew that was a TV show. I used to love the book series back in the day.
I never read the books. I always saw them. They'd have those like
the covers are goofy as shit. Yes.
Oh yeah. So they'd have those book fairs or whatever, and I never got a thing.
Dude, the book fairs. I wish those would come back. I used to live for book fairs. Oh God.
I totally missed that.
Speaking of Gen Zers, you will never know the experience of being told it's book fair day.
You know what? I did get some stuff from book fair. I got those Hank the Cowdog books.
There you go.
That I think.
Yeah, I was going to say, usually like your teacher or like whoever was. Yeah, I was going to say, usually like your teacher or whoever was running it would give you like, get you a poster, an eraser, a pencil, a little book, something.
Yeah.
Didn't let the kid go home empty-handed.
Though that was when I got introduced to a lot of different books, but I never Animorphs, so I missed that. I saw the covers all the time.
Oh yeah, the covers will live in my mind forever. I was a big reader as a kid, still am, but I'm surprised I turned into an English major. But yeah, I used to read the shit of the Animorphs series. That was one of the ones that I really, really liked. I don't think they've aged particularly well. I haven't gone back and read them as an adult. I don't think that would be the wisest of choices. But
I will say those books, those like more for kids, not young adults, but like for kids. But they were like chapter books for kids. Those there was like the 80s and 90s was like the heyday for that. Because I remember reading so many books like that were just
AR Points was a sucker for it, man.
Oh yeah,
he used to give us points for how many books you read, and then each book would be, if it was like a bigger book, it'd be worth a bunch of points. I remember I specifically went to the library 5th grade, and I asked the librarian, what is the book that has the most points? And it was 200 points, and it was Never Ending Story. And then, like, once you read the book, you had to, like, go take a test on the book. Oh, dude, I remember I got, like, a C on the test the first time in my English. My teacher was like, you got to redo it. And I was like, so I remember I had to, like, go reread the last half of Neverending Story to be like, what did I miss? I can't remember. It's such a long book. It's like a, 8-year-old.
Oh, yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, as an 8-year-old, you're like, it's 300 pages. Oh, my God.
See, and oh man, see those kind of books, like the school library. I don't know how this got put in there. That probably shouldn't have been in there, but I got introduced to like vampire books at the school, at the middle school library. There was The Last Vampire 2. So, and it's I mean it's more young adult, but it is not kid oriented.
Yeah.
It's young adult.
I mean,
which
most of like
Yeah,
go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say I'm not one to say it shouldn't be in the library, but I was a little surprised to find it.
I was going to say most of like the post-apocalyptic books and sci-fi books that I read as a kid were in public school libraries. And they were just there for the reading. Nobody was reading them. Most of them, I remember like grabbing the book and looking at it and seeing that like it hadn't been checked out in like since the 70s and being like,
oh yeah,
cool, nice,
hell yeah,
got me a good one here. Ain't nobody read this in a while, so
kids can read books like that. They can turn out pretty okay. Just don't look at us as examples. No.
Yeah. Well, hey, bills do get paid after all.
There it is.
Next writer is actually a director as well. It was Michael Davis, who is known for a movie that I really, really like, Shoot 'Em Up. That Paul Giamatti, Clive Owen movie.
Oh, yeah.
It's a good time. It's silly, it's dumb, it's goofy, but it's a good time. He also wrote 100 Women. What was that?
I didn't actually... Oh, wait, 100 Women.
Yeah,
I know that one.
He directed 100 Women and 100 Girls.
Okay.
Which are two movies that I did not know were two separate movies. I've seen them both. I had to go back and rewatch them this week to be like, I thought that was the same movie. But no, it's two different movies with a very similar kind of overall premise.
It is.
Written and directed by the same guy.
Okay, now that's cool. Now, wait, did he also do 8 Days a Week? Or no?
I'll have to look it up. I
thought that was the same guy. But no,
keep vapping.
100, 100 Girls. I loved the shit out of that movie. But it had some of my biggest crushes from back then, like Jamie Presley and the biggest one, Emmanuelle Creaky. I don't know if
Emmanuelle Creaky, yeah. Her name just literally popped up as I was looking it up, trying to find if he also did that other thing you asked about.
She is like the number one of my like teen crushes or whatever, Like,
yeah,
the movies that she was in, I was just like, damn. And then what is she like?
Yes,
Canadian.
Michael Davis also did 8 Days a Week, which is an amazing fucking movie with Kerry Russell.
Yes. I was going to say, Michael Davis sounds familiar to me. So
yeah. So, like I said, nobody's doing their best work here.
No.
It's like a group project that nobody wanted fucking shit to do with, and everyone just half-assed it and turned in like, it's done. Oh, like, that'll do for government.
Honestly, I blame the way things went on the Mario movie. I blame that 100%. On
it's like there's multiple things you can blame for all of this, but the Mario movie definitely plays a role in this.
I think so, because that was just such a fucking shit show of a production, and then the movie is so stupid. I watched it recently, so on my own, and this just reminded me. It was almost it may as well have just been shot for shot, like almost like. There's certain things about it where I'm just like, this just feels exactly like that movie. It's almost no different. There's so much about it.
There's a lot of similarities. Honestly, there's another movie that it really reminded me of that I'll talk about as we get into the plot. The last writer is Peter Gould, who would who would be a writer and producer. Would be producer of Breaking Bad as well as writing 8 episodes of it. He also was the producer, director, and creator and writer of Better Call Saul.
Okay.
Once again, nobody doing their best work.
I was about to say, everything we've talked about has been great stuff. And
all of this is like, these people did really good stuff. Like some of the other bad movies we've talked about, it's like, you can see how it ended up that way, because you're like, oh, everyone involved kind of does shit, and here it's like, oh no, everyone involved is like does good things sometimes. It's just somehow this went horribly wrong.
Oh, this was
just horribly wrong. Let's get into the cast. Otherwise, we'll just keep falling down rabbit holes.
I was about to say, I was going to say that, well, clearly, I mean, God, I'm actually blown away by the writing staff on this one. But
it's good. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, the thing
so like the script that they wrote is terrible. But all of them can write good things. So it's perplexing. It's a paradox.
That's what we call a paradox.
That's what we call a paradox. So the cast, our main antagonist is Robert Patrick, a man we've talked about before in Terminator 2, one of our more popular episodes. I think maybe our most popular episode.
Oh, hey.
We have not visited the Terminator series in some time. We need to go back there.
We are still,
We need to right that wrong. There's so many of them, and we talked about the good one. We got one more good one to talk about, and then the rest of them are kind of like, well, it's a shotgun show. There's good and there's bad. So Robert Patrick loved his performance in this movie. He got to camp it the fuck up.
I was going to say,
it shows.
He is by far the most fun about this movie.
Yes, he's the only one having fun in this movie, it seems like.
Oh, big time.
Pretty much it seems like he's the only one that's really enjoying himself. Maybe Lash, the actress that plays Lash, we'll talk about her. Christina Wagner. I think she kind of seems to be having fun. But otherwise, everyone else seems kind of to be miserable to be here.
Right.
Yeah. I'm not surprised. Robert Patrick, though, loved his performance in this movie. He had a good time. Seems to be having a fun time. Obviously, if you go back and listen to our episode where we talked about him in Terminator 2, which came out not too long before this, he was almost like living on the street before Terminator 2 came out. Like living in his car, not really doing very well financially. So that movie kind of helped propel him, honestly, into, you would hope for better success, but as the truth be told, he ended up with more financial problems. So I think this movie was definitely an easy payday, and he definitely is the most enjoyable thing to watch here.
Big time.
Similar to Chris Penn in Fist of the North Star. The best thing by a mile in the entire movie. You just watch it for him. You'll love it.
Absolutely.
Yes. Next up is the guy that honestly I think is maybe the worst person here, and I think horribly miscast. That is Scott Wolf.
Yeah. What do I remember him from?
He's in Party of Five. He was in Nancy.
That's what it was.
Well, he was in Go. Did you ever see that movie?
Go. That's right.
He was in Go. He was in Go for like a hot second.
I forgot about that movie.
He's like there's like 100 fucking people in Go, so you know.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He's one of them. Yeah. He was in Go. That's the only thing that I really like him in. He's bad in this movie. I'm going to be honest.
Oh yeah, no. He's very much like.
He doesn't fit the character from the video game at all. He's also very clearly can't like even pretend to fight.
Oh yeah, no.
Like he's like just terrible at it.
He's a TV show star, and that is it.
That is it. Like as a man who is approaching 40 and hasn't been in a fight in 20 years, watching him in this movie, I'm like, I think I could take him.
Yeah, right.
I think I could take Scott
Wolf.
Wolf.
Feel like
I think
that.
I could take him. I shouldn't. No, not in an action movie. No. When one of your major leads in your action movie has the audience questioning whether or not they could fight him, that's not a good sign. No.
He needed the medallion.
He did. Yeah, he definitely needed the medallion there. His counterpart is a far better actor, and that is Mark Dacascos.
Oh, I love Mark Dacascos, dude.
He is, like I said, kind of like an oldies Keanu. He's a guy who you can tell he likes martial arts. He's interviewed and done a lot of things about it. It makes it a well-known part of his life. He has appeared in a couple other big martial arts movies or adjacent movies.
Yep.
One of them I really love is Brotherhood of the Wolf.
I love Brotherhood of the Wolf.
That's a great movie.
That is such a great movie. Oh,
yeah.
That movie kind of turned me around on the French folk, like because
I used to be around on the French.
I used to hate the French, and now I love the French, and I think a lot of it came from Brotherhood of the Wolf. Like I was like, oh man,
yeah. French. Could you describe the movie to those people who are listening who have never seen it?
Oh God. Okay, so. I guess Mark Dacascos, who can just be any ethnicity,
Yeah. Sometimes he can be anything you want him to be. Kind of like young Keanu at times.
Basically, yeah. So he's a Native American, and they're in France, right?
Yes, I believe.
Yeah.
Yes.
So they are. I don't know what their deal. It's been a very long time. This movie came out.
I know. It's been years since I've seen it too. That's why I'm asking you to do
it. Well, because I mean, he's like
paint broad brushstrokes.
Broad brushstrokes. I'm not sure what their job is, but they are like
yada 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 werewolves.
Basically, there's this hell of a werewolf thing. The twist is awesome. I fucking love the twist. Isn't what's his name in there also? Like Cassell?
Yada 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 wirework.
Yeah. Oh yeah. What was that guy's name? Vincent Cassell or Cassell or whatever.
Yeah,
he's in it.
Yeah, Vincent Cassell's in there. Yeah.
Yeah. This was my intro to a lot of like French actors that I liked. But yeah, I don't remember a lot about the movie. I just remember there's a twist, and it's not really a wolf. It's a yeah. I don't want to spoil it because it's
you gotta watch Brotherhood of the Wolf. It's a fucking fun time,
bro. It's such a good movie.
It's one of those movies that like you just the premise alone, you're like either like I'm in or you're like what the shit could this be, and you just go from there. He would also, speaking of Mark Dacascos, he would also be in John Wick 3 with Keanu.
Yes.
So there you go.
Oh, I fucking loved it. Oh, it was like the meeting of Keanu's. I mean, the meeting of vaguely Asian dudes that,
Yes, he does fit the bill here of vaguely Asian guy approaching a character that is also supposed to be vaguely Asian. The video game Double Dragon doesn't really have much of a plot. We'll talk about it here in a moment.
I was about to say
we're never going to talk about it ever again. So,
yeah, right.
Well, so the plot of the video game and the animated series that came out before this movie did, neither of those things have anything to do with the post-apocalypse. This is the only thing that does, and they just, I think, added it into the writing room because they needed something for more. They were like, "Hey, we gotta explain why we only have like 20 people in this movie."
And eventually they get more. I have questions about the post-apocalypse part of this movie too. So
yeah, fair. Playing the main antagonist, second in hand, is Christina Wagner, who would predominantly be known for her over 1,000 episodes in General Hospital.
Oh, see, I never watched General Hospital.
My mom was a big fan, so I kind of have seen her before. That's where the name, I kind of knew her name more so than her performance and anything else. I think this is like the only other like thing I really remember her in.
Yeah.
Next up is Alyssa Milano, who obviously was in Charmed, Who's the Boss, Fear, Commando, bunch of shit.
Another one of my childhood crushes,
Yeah. And then randomly showing up also in this movie is Michael Berryman, who would be in The Hills Have Eyes. He was like the main bad guy. Yeah. He's on the cover of the DVD and VHS.
He was in this. And they just
he's in it for like a second.
Yeah.
Gets choked by a shadow.
Yeah, right? Like, damn, dude.
Also, Al Long is also in this movie. One of the henchmen who would also appear in Lethal Weapon, Die Hard, Bill and Ted, Big Trouble in Little China. There's a movie I'm going to talk about a lot here in a minute. And the last two people that would just randomly show up here are Chris Milano, Alyssa's brother, who his acting career is not as nearly as big as hers. Yeah. And apparently, I didn't recognize him in this. I'll have to go back and watch it again. Andy Dick is in this movie.
That's right.
I did not recognize him. I looked for him. I was like trying to see him if I could. I did not spot him.
Really?
Yeah. Who was he?
He was the weatherman at the beginning.
Oh, okay. It was at the beginning. I must have looked down for a second.
He plays himself.
I just completely missed it.
Oh, yeah.
I completely missed Andy
Dick.
It's
a very mellow Andy Dick performance. Like,
okay, I was about to say, I was ready for like 2002 Andy Dick. He was not trying to suck anyone off or anything. Like, it was
no, he was
nothing Andy Dick I was used to.
This was pre In the Army Now Andy Dick.
Great.
So
nice. It's quality.
I don't know why. why was he in this?
I have no idea why he's in this. Also, like, Vanna White is in this movie.
Well, see, okay, it made sense. Well, I don't know if we're ready to get to that part, but
we'll talk about the background here in a second, then we'll get into the plot. The background actually has some interesting shit here. So, this movie was obviously based on the Double Dragon video game series, which was made by Techno, which was a Japanese company that went out of business in 1996. So not too long after this came out. The rights of it are currently owned by Arc System Works, who was the producer of a lot of fighting game series. So hopefully they do something with it. And the director has mentioned, if given a second chance, he would do so many things differently now that he knows how to direct a movie with things like this. This is one of those movies that I wish the Double Dragon series persevered, because it would be nice to see someone have another chance at this. A la the Mortal Kombat got another chance and it was pretty good, better than it had any right to be. We're getting another Street Fighter coming out this year, so we'll see if that has another chance. We had another Mario Brothers that was much better, so we're getting better video game movies. So maybe
I think if
given another chance, this could be a better one.
I think what video game movies suffered from the idea of it's just some dumb kid thing, but
fuck those kids.
Yeah, exactly. But we're a generation grown up on video games and continue video games, so we have a very different perspective on it. So we treat it with a lot more respect, I think.
Yeah, so the first Double Dragon came out in 1987 to the arcade. My time with the series was more 1992, 1993. That's when Super Double Dragon came out. Mm-hmm. Now, the primary reason that this series is not as revered is because it kind of set the forefather of what would become the beat-em-up series, but a lot of the games that came out afterwards just did this better. Capcom would be responsible for a lot of them. So Final Fight came out in 1989.
I remember playing Final Fight a lot.
Final Fight is a much better game.
Oh yeah.
Double Dragon is fun, but Final Fight is just better. It's just better. And then an even better version of Final Fight to me would be Sega, which put out Golden Axe, also in 1989. That is a game that I have spent countless hours with friends playing, both as a child and Golden Axe is so much fun.
I missed out.
I love Golden Axe. Golden Axe is a good time. Yeah, you get yourself 3 people and some beers, maybe 4, and you can have a good time with Golden Axe. You just trade controllers. Yeah, it's a good time. I love Golden Axe. So this movie was not the only thing that came of this video game series before it eventually would kind of go into a little bit of kind of a hibernation. It would come back. There have been other Double Dragons that have come out since and currently, but a lot of them are cell phone games, downloadable games on various ports, networks, tablets, things like that. I don't think there's really been a fully serious Double Dragon since Double Dragon Neon, which that came out a while now, maybe 10 years ago now. Oh. But there was a Saturday morning cartoon in 1993, which I never watched an episode of.
I did.
You did? Okay, I never watched the episode. I
don't remember much about it, but I remember it being better than this.
There you go. Well, speaking of better than this, let's get into the background here. So this came out, like I said, early in the video games, the video game series of making video game movies. That was a big thing they started doing in the 90s, and you got Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter, the list goes on and on and on, until eventually they learned their lesson, and most of them just never really made their budget back and really struggled to find an audience. They did make a lot of money on rentals, though. As like I said, I loved this movie and rented it almost every time I went to the Blockbuster or Video One. Whatever the case was.
Yeah.
This is the only part of the entire series in Related that has anything to do with the post-apocalypse. So I believe it was literally just kind of tacked on to fit the narrative choices of whatever the hell this was supposed to be. Because a lot of this was not in the game.
I was going to say.
Yeah, so they filmed it mostly in Cleveland, Ohio, which is one of the reasons why when they did a river explosion, it terrified the residents, resulting in over 200 police calls. Yeah, they basically blew up the river. That riverboat scene, that was filmed in Cleveland, Ohio.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Scott Wolf and Alyssa Milano apparently started dating and became engaged before breaking up during the making of this movie. So, there you go. Now, obviously, it was based on a video game, but is very, very different than a video game. Honestly, parts of this have more in common with Final Fight than they do Double Dragon. Because in Final Fight, the mayor's daughter gets kidnapped, and you have to go rescue her. And that's kind of a similar plot beat we get here. Except she doesn't get kidnapped, but she's definitely put in danger. So there's kind of like some similarities there. A little different though, but it doesn't really have anything in common with the video game series though, other than there's like a kidnapping and you are trying to get back whoever got kidnapped.
Yeah. I don't remember any supernatural stuff.
No, none of that was there. None of that was there. Which kind of gets me to the first time I'm going to mention that it seemed to me with the addition of the supernatural and the addition of some of like the weird, goofy elements, this movie really, as I watched it this time, reminded me of Big Trouble in Little China.
Oh, see, you know what I got out of it?
Yeah.
I was going Ninja Turtles.
Similar, yeah. Like Ninja Turtles also has a little like Big Trouble in Little China vibe, where it's like this like kind of supernatural-ish world, like just a little.
Yeah, just a little.
Big Trouble does get a little bit more than these movies do by the end of it.
It's also way better.
It is way better, yes. It's like aimed at kids, but I had to look it up because I was like, was Big Trouble an R-rated movie? No, it's PG-13. Just like this movie was PG-13. So
this was totally PG-13?
It is that's what it says. I think it's because of the smoking.
Oh, okay. I was
just that every time you see Robert Patrick, he's smoking. I think that's the only reason.
Okay, that's fair.
I think that is literally the only reason is because of the smoking. I believe that to be the case. But yeah, it definitely screams PG. But so does Bibby.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe there's like one scene in Big Trouble you'd have to like close your eyes on if you're squeamish. But otherwise, like I think you could watch that movie now and be just fine.
I think so.
I don't think it would be bothering them at all. Like we mentioned, Robert Patrick loved his performance in this movie. The writers did make two very weird allusions, or well, multiple allusions, but two very odd ones. The characters' names are references to Jimmy Stewart and William S. Burroughs, which makes no fucking sense.
That makes no sense. That almost feels like somebody's fucking with you, you know? Like they're
just like what? Why?
Yeah, like they're
why? We also get references to Who's the Boss, like I mentioned, as well as Huey Lewis in the News.
Yeah.
Robert Patrick at one point goes, Huey Lewis, what's the news?
That'll get the kids.
That's a band kids love.
I was about to say, I don't think kids dug Huey. I don't know if I knew. Oh my god!
Yeah,
such a lazy fucking movie.
Wait, yeah. Also, like the main move you do in the game is like this, like roundhouse wind kick. Yeah. Nowhere does it ever show up in the movie at all.
I was about to say, like the one move, and we'll get into that again later. But the one move they do, I don't believe is in the game. So yeah, I don't even think it could.
Yeah. Now, apparently, they had to tone down the violence in Germany and in the United Kingdom. They cut about 10 minutes out of this movie for violence, quote unquote, whatever the fuck that means.
I was about to say, there's so very little violence.
There's very, very little violence. Very, very little violence.
And it comes with cartoon noises and everything.
It does. Yes. It definitely does. Movie cost $7.8 million and made overall $4 million. So a complete financial bust. And we talked about Fist of the North Star 95 only costing $6 million.
Yeah.
I feel like this movie's failure a year before almost makes that studio be like, maybe $6 million is going to be hard to hit. Because Double Dragon couldn't do it, and all the kids love the video game. They didn't. They just didn't. We had all seen Super Mario, and that was like, Jesus, that was bad. You know? And then it was like, well, they trust us to go watch the Double Dragon movie? Like, ugh. I didn't see the movie in theater. If I had seen it in theaters, I probably would have thought it was terrible. Or maybe, absolutely. I don't know. I maybe would have loved it. I don't know. Like I said.
It's tough to say.
I had a special place in my heart for this movie as a kid. But even as a kid, I didn't present it as oh, this is a good movie. It was never I didn't, you didn't think about movies like that as a kid. You just, this is what I like. I don't give a shit what's, you couldn't look up reviews. You couldn't go to Rotten Tomatoes when you're 8 and look up what is Double Dragon rated as? Oh, 12%. Ooh, I can't rent this one. Yeah, it was just oh, the box art looks cool. Or, I for me and my sister, it's oh yeah, we play the video game. Oh, cool.
Yeah.
That was as much thought as went into it, Wasn't a whole lot. So yeah, A Complete Financial Disaster was voted in 2009 as one of by Time Magazine as one of the 10 worst video games ever made.
Oh.
And I have the list here. Are you ready for it?
Oh, I'm ready.
So I don't know if this order was descending or ascending because I didn't read the article. I'm sorry. Yeah. I just wrote down the names. They were all paragraphs. I'm sure it was from 2009, so at least we know it wasn't AI. But
hey, there you go.
Just didn't have the time to read the editorializing of what the issue with these movies were because I have seen every one of these movies. So starting in the list off was House of the Dead.
Is that? I think I remember that game.
It's it's like a shooting game from back in the early 2000s.
Yeah, that's right.
I played the spin-off Typing of the Dead was one I played a lot more.
Oh yeah, I remember Typing of the Dead.
Yeah, where you had a keyboard. You had to type the letters that popped up on the screen in order to kill the zombies. It was a good time. I liked Typing of the Dead. House of the Dead was a video. I think that's a Uwe Boll movie. I think it is.
Oh, that sounds.
Could be wrong. A couple of his other movies show up here. Number 9 is the Super Mario Brothers movie, which is bad, but there are some good things about it.
Yeah,
John Leguizamo is pretty fun.
I had fun with him.
Dennis Hopper is pretty fun. The soundtrack, the song that they do is pretty fun.
Yeah,
there's some fun things to like about it. Number 8 was Street Fighter. Kind of coming full circle for us this month, talking about Jean-Claude Van Damme there again.
Yeah, right?
I have not seen the Street Fighter movie in years. It used to be terrible, but it also has a pretty memorable performance there. It can't say that it's I wouldn't say it's all bad.
I wouldn't say it's all bad. I think it definitely confused me because I, played the game when I was younger and before the movie came out. And then here comes a Belgian dude playing Guile, the American soldier.
Don't ask questions. Don't ask questions.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, so a lot of these movies have issues, but there's good things about them. So Super Mario Brothers, I would say, has some good things. House of the Dead is a complete bust. That one deserves to be on this list.
Yeah.
Double Dragon. I'm going to say Robert Patrick makes the movie watchable.
Yeah, absolutely.
At least watchable for Robert Patrick. He's having a good time here. Resident Evil 2 Apocalypse, a movie we will talk about one day. That's not the worst Resident Evil movie. So I don't know, if you're going to choose a Resident Evil movie, I wouldn't go with Resident Evil 2 Apocalypse. I would go with the first Resident Evil if I'm going to pick one, or Resident Evil 3.
Yeah, I was going to say, I've only seen the first one now, and...
Oh, okay. Well, you're in for a journey.
I was going to say, I have avoided all of those movies.
We will go places with the Resident Evil. I wouldn't say the second one is all that bad, though. I wouldn't have it on this list. I think that's a cop. Yeah. Maybe it just came out in 2009 or something. I don't know. Number 5 is Blood Rain. That one is a Uwe Boll movie.
That's an Uwe Boll movie.
Yeah. That one is also pretty irredeemable. There's really nothing good in that movie.
No.
There's no reason to watch it. Next on the list is Doom.
Clint Howard was in Blood Rain.
Clint Howard is in Blood Rain. Yes, he is. That's true.
But he's only in a part of it, so
yeah. I think you could skip Blood Rain though. I don't know. Clint Howard's in a lot of movies. You can get your Clint Howard fill somewhere else.
There are better movies to get your dose of Clint Howard.
Yes. Number 4 was Doom, which is a movie that does have one redeemable thing, which is that POV scene you get at the end of the movie. That's pretty cool.
I never actually saw that one. That's the one with The Rock, right? That's the only thing
you need to watch. Yeah, just go to YouTube and type in Doom POV scene. Watch that 30 seconds or whatever it is, and that's all you need to see.
Oh, okay.
That's the movie. The rest of it, terrible. You're not missing anything. It could have been so much better if they made it a hard R movie and actually like embraced the hell elements and like made it like full on, or got like even weirder, like make fuck Cthulhu mythos or something. But like just like taking all that out of it and making it like, oh, they're Marines and there you go. It's just kind of like, God. Oh yeah, we'll talk about other things here and there, but it just kind of was a lame movie. Another movie that was forced to be PG-13. Here's one that I know you played the shit out of this video game series. The Hitman movie is number 3 here.
So that movie, and that was the one with Timothy Olyphant as...
Yes, it is.
As 47.
Yes.
God, it's really not that good. They did another Hitman movie, which I think was better.
Yeah.
But I don't know what it is with people trying to make video game movies. It's like it's like they're contractually obligated to fuck it up or like be like, all right, you can't understand the spirit of this game, like
you cannot understand it.
So, it was it's like we're going to give you, screenshots of the game, but you can't actually understand the game. So, get to make it,
Number 2 is In the Name of the King, Dungeon Siege Tale.
That's the one with Jason Statham, right?
Yeah, it's not good. I don't think anyone that ever watched it even knew it was based on a video game. I mean, Dungeon Siege is not really a super popular video game series. If I'm speaking ill of the Dungeon Siege fans, I apologize, but I don't. I was a big computer RPG nerd as a kid. I don't remember anybody talking about fucking Dungeon Siege.
Never heard of it before right now. So,
well, there you go. The last one on the list is one that I will concur with, which is Wing Commander, which is a movie is awful and it's a terrible movie. Some movies that they didn't
seen it all the way through.
Oh God, it's awful. Thankfully, we never have to watch it on this. It's another movie that like has a lot of good people in it, but just all of them suck all at the same time. Movies that they didn't include on this list, which would have been easy ones to include, were Mortal Kombat 2. What the fuck? That movie is goddamn atrocious. And really? Mark Wahlberg's piece of shit movie Max Payne. That movie is fucking awful.
I never saw it. But I wasn't all that familiar with the game series. I know that they had Bullet Time. Did they make that into the movie?
Sort of.
Okay.
I really liked the first Max Payne. The second one's also pretty good.
Yeah.
The third one, honestly, when Rockstar brought it back on the PS3, is also pretty good.
Oh, okay.
But they are not at all PG-13 related. We're talking about a guy who's popping painkillers and having dreams of his coming home from work and finding his ex-wife and baby girl slaughtered. He has a full-on fucking blood trip flashback where he has to like crawl through a maze of blood to the dissonant sound of his baby girl's death rattle.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's a fucked up video game. And they turned it into a PG-13 Mark Wahlberg movie.
See, I don't understand.
It could have been a good movie, but if you're going to turn Max Payne into a movie, you need like Tarantino or Martin Scorsese or somebody who's going to make it dark as shit. And so that was not that.
I heard recently somebody talking about how it's frustrating that everything is like, we can't see or say certain things on TV or whatever, like, because of the kids. It's like, why are kids ruling everything? Like, this, in the name of children is like, we can't have anything. Like, we can't have good movies because somebody might not like their kid to see it. Like, well, then don't let the kid watch it. Like,
it's the Dee Snider argument to Tipper Gore back in the 80s.
Yeah.
It's like, just don't let you need to be the parent.
Yes.
When I was a kid, I wasn't allowed to watch Faces of Death because I had an adult say, no, you don't need to watch people die as a child. That's a bad thing. And, there's a lot of people who lesser extreme, I don't want to besmirch anybody, but I had a family member, this was years ago, who used to let her kid just, she's not listening, so I'm not worried about treading on anyone. But she used to let her kid just like watch Five Nights at Freddy's or whatever the video game series was, watch playthroughs of it when he was like 6 on his tablet. he was just watching to jump scares, and I was like, this is going to fuck with his mind.
Yeah.
Watching horrific jump scare videos all day long. And she was just like, well, it keeps him quiet. And I was like, you shouldn't have in my back, I didn't say anything because who am I to tell you? But in the back of my mind, I was like, you shouldn't have had a fucking kid then. Like, you shouldn't have had a fucking kid.
Like,
if you want other people to raise your kid, you shouldn't have had a kid. Like, if your only reason to have a kid is that you're fulfilling some kind of weird duty in your sense of Christian normality or whatever.
Oh, that whole thing.
We've got enough of them. We're good.
Yeah,
we're
really.
good. I don't give a shit if anyone says the population curve or Elon Musk, we need more babies. No. I think they need more slaves. That's what they want. I think we need more people to be considerate about whether or not they should or should not reproduce.
Seriously.
You don't need to. You don't need to make a baby just to make one.
No, the only people that should have kids are people who want to have kids. End of sentence. Like,
exactly.
Like, that's exactly it. That's the final word on it, I think. Like,
pretty much.
And I mean, keep a kid quiet. That's not a goal. Well, you don't want to have a quiet kid that just
quiet equals complacent. Complacent equals So makes it all. Let's talk about something that should have been quiet, and that is the soundtrack of this movie. Because I thought the soundtrack of this movie fucking sucked.
That first song
awful.
the chase scene song, where it's like, it's like some sort of weird blend and knockoff of Rage Against the Machine and Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Yeah. Well, we'll talk about them. I wrote down who these people are. So,
thank you.
There are a few people who are actual like bands, and then everybody else, all the other music was made by these two guys. Jay Ferguson, who would later write the U.S. Theme song for The Office.
Oh,
fitting the theme of people not doing their best work here.
Yeah, I was about to say.
And, as well as another guy who goes by the name of, I think it's Toilia Katis.
Whoa.
I'm unfamiliar. If you Google that name, you find a link to another name, which is a group called Linear, which is a freestyle pop group from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, from like 1989. That's apparently still active. So I'm guessing somehow that's involved. The other artists on the soundtrack that had other hits were Coolio, who at this point in time was mostly known for Fantastic Voyage. This is 1 year before Dangerous Minds comes out.
Okay.
So he has not quite hit the peaks of his career.
I was going to say, I was not familiar with him yet. So
you had not slide, slippity slide.
Oh wait, I guess I was familiar. Never mind.
Yeah, I was going to say that's Fantastic Voyage. Slide, slippity slide. Yeah,
I guess I wasn't
Fantastic Voyage.
See, I didn't really. I don't know. I wasn't aware of Coolio being Coolio. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it wasn't. That wasn't like a huge hit. I mean, it was a pretty big song on MTV back in the day.
But I don't remember. Yeah, that's basically the most I remember about it.
I think people forget that song because his second hit, Gangsta's Paradise, was such a giant song. Like it was
totally
an
overshadowed
90s song.
Yeah.
Next on the list was a group named Dink. This is one of those. Yeah, this is one of those bands that just like shows up in soundtracks. But if you look them up, they've only ever put out like one album in the 90s, so they weren't like putting out music so much as their music just kept showing up in movies randomly. So they have a bunch of songs and a bunch of movies, but they were predominantly like an industrial hip hop group.
Was that the band that I'm talking about?
I probably that would be
probably because
there's one other band it could be, or maybe two other bands, but I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Next up is Crystal Water, which is weird because they're also going to show up when we talk about the hits of the day this movie came out. They were a deep house group. Well, I think it's one person, but they were like house music from the 90s. I had never heard of them. I actually listened to some of their songs.
Yeah.
I had never heard a single one of these songs.
Yeah.
Do you have any familiarity with Crystal Water from the 90s? Neither did I. Next up was a United Kingdom-based, kind of pop rock band called The Farm, which is kind of like, imagine Primal Scream, but like a little bit more poppy and not as talented.
Oh, I gotcha.
Yeah. They opened for the Stone Roses, though, so there you go.
Oh, hey.
There you go. And the last group that shows up on the soundtrack is the Head Boys, which is actually a house music producer combo, which would be Dave Lee and Andrew Livingstone.
Huh.
Yeah.
So I actually just put on, like, in the background, I have that song. It's Dink, and this is 100% the song I was thinking of.
Yeah, it's a terrible song.
I don't.
It's awful.
It's kind of just annoying me now. I'm just getting annoyed.
It's terrible.
I have to.
It's terrible. That's one of those things. Like, I can watch bad movies. I can watch bad books. I can read bad books.
Yeah.
I can enjoy bad theater. I cannot stand bad music. I will just turn it the fuck off within seconds. I'm like, I just can't do it. It just sounds awful to me. This movie came out on November 4th, 1994. Here's what was going on in the world on that day. One, the United Center in Chicago had just opened, and the Chicago Bulls would defeat the Charlotte Hornets that night.
Hey.
Yeah, United Center is still open today. I think the WWE just hosted one of their wrestling events there a couple weeks ago now.
Oh, very cool.
Whenever this episode comes out, I don't know. Next thing was in San Francisco. For the first time ever on this day in San Francisco, there was a conference specifically held to showcase and discuss the internet.
Oh.
There you go.
And turns out the answer was don't.
Somebody left that conference that day being like, I don't buy it. Like, somebody left that conference showcase that day like, I think this thing is all bullshit. Like,
I think I'll stick to telephones, thank you very much.
And somebody left there like, I have some companies to invest in and made themselves a fortune.
CompuServe, anyone?
Yes, CompuServe. Yes, remember CompuServe? Remember Netscape? That was a good one.
Netscape, God, man.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Here were the songs that were popular at the time. I'm going to give you some hints on two of them and see what you come up with. One of them is Crystal Water, the group that would show up on the soundtrack here, and that was with What I Need. That was the biggest electronica song at the time, which also not know that song. I listened to it. I watched the entire music video. Me and my wife listened to it, and we were both like, it might have shown up on a soundtrack that I watched late night one day on the TV Guide channel, but I do not remember this song. It's called What I Need.
What I Need.
When I look
up Crystal Waters, their popular songs, literally like 7 different versions of this song, Gypsy Woman.
That's their big hit. Yeah, Gypsy Woman. Yeah, the other two, if I say the band Cranberries, what's the first song that comes to mind?
Zombie.
There you go. That was one of the big songs at the time.
Yep.
Next one's a little bit more difficult. If I say the pop group Boys to Men, what's the song that comes to mind?
Oh, fuck. Shit. I was an All for One kid. What was a Boys to Men's? I can't remember any of their songs.
I was going to hope you would say, I'll Make Love to You.
Oh, that's right.
Like You Want Me To.
I wish you'd quit hoping me. I wish you'd quit hoping I'd say that all the time.
Well, we're going to take a little break and come back and talk about the plot of Double Dragon. See you guys in a second. One we definitely end up talking about longer than the movie is. We're at an hour already. All right. Well, thank y'all for coming along for the month of March. We are going to finish it up by continuing to talk about some more Kung Fu men in the Wastelands. And we talked about doing a different movie, one neither one of us had ever seen or really heard of. That kind of was talked about for a little bit. But we ended up settling on all this talk about Keanu,
Yeah.
I feel like you and I both agreed we should definitely just fucking watch at least the 3 Matrix movies, which is going to take us all the way up to episode 100. So that'll be a good way to kind of round out the second season of our podcast there, looking at the first 3 Matrix movies. So we'll continue the theme of March and be a good time. So we'll see y'all then.
Orson Welles. I direct films and act in them. What we're always trying for, of course, is perfection. In a film, that's only a hope. But with
Final Picture Show podcast,
you can rely on it. Perfection.
The plot of Double Dragon. A plot indeed. A plot indeed, yeah. So basically, it's set the post-apocalypse, the war-torn year of 2007.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who would have known that was the good time?
Right?
Yeah, so the apocalypse happened 7 years before in the year 2000, though.
But is it an apocalypse or is it...
Yeah, it's supposed to be like a giant earthquake that has destroyed all of Southern California, at least. It is like made it like acid rain, and it's like flooded. Now, I don't know if it's the entire world, but it's at least like a good chunk of the world we're in.
Yeah, like could they just go to like Florida or something, or
they could probably. Anywhere? Well, I don't know if they can get out of California. Maybe it's like a Escape from LA thing where they're
maybe
stuck.
That would make some sense. But
I will say they don't do enough with the partial flooding or the acid rain.
No,
those things kind of become like minor plot things later on.
I was about to say it kind of just doesn't come up again. Like
really, no, honestly, no. Now the earthquakes do. The like random earthquakes that keep happening, those do keep like showing. It seems like the writers were like, that's the cheapest effect we can do.
Yeah, just shake the camera.
We'll have that. yeah. So basically, like we have like there these brothers, and they get this powerful medallion, and it's split into two.
Yeah,
and the main bad guy.
I guess he's narrating the beginning of it. I guess.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, why not?
Why not? And it looks like this is going to be some like flashback to like ancient times or something like that.
Nope.
No, it very like quickly is like, oh, now they've got like a fucking satellite phone or some shit like in a briefcase. Like, wait, what? Well, I thought this was like a ancient, village attack or something. And
so, no, it's not quite that. Yeah,
no.
Yeah, it's one of the major problems of this movie is well beyond the writing and the directing and the acting and the special effects and the fighting
music.
And the music. There's a lot of things wrong with this movie. But one of the things that's wrong with this movie is that it's very poorly paced, and it builds the stakes way too quickly, and then fails to really develop or pay anything off after that, because it's who the fuck cares now?
So fucking frustrating how they just the way that the fucking medallion ends up working is so stupid. Like,
it is bizarre. It seems to make up rules on the fly.
Whoever wrote, I mean, they had to have like been, I don't know, writing it at gunpoint or something. I don't know what.
I think this was a very much like, fuck it, it's a kids movie. The kids are stupid. They'll never know.
Yeah, and like I get the feeling like there was a production person with them, and they were just like, "You're overthinking it. Just fucking write something." Like
just get it on the page. Whatever. Who cares?
Just do it. And they were just like, "All right, fine."
The kids don't care. The kids
I get the feeling it feels like it was pressured. Like there was just it was rushed. It was just a lot of first draft ideas that made it.
I do like how we meet the brothers, where they're like at a martial arts tournament.
Yeah,
but like. One, you could have made this more post-apocalyptic to kind of fit the context and the theme.
Yeah.
Two, what kind of fucking tag team tournament is this? Like, what fighting tournament? Where do you tag in and out? Like,
and
when does that happen?
Right, and then there's a basketball scoreboard going on.
Yes, like get score points. Like, yeah, that was bizarre. It was like. I did kind of vibe with it though. I was like, honestly, like if you made a whole like post-apocalyptic movie about like this bizarre sport, whatever this is, I could kind of be with that. But
honestly,
no, don't ever talk about it ever again.
I think post-apocalypse sports movies needs to be more of a thing. Honestly,
there needs to be more of them. Yes.
And
yes. We do need more.
Like a combat sport, like some kind of martial arts makes sense.
Yeah, why not a basketball high school scoreboard? Why not?
Exactly, and it would make sense for a post-apocalypse because it's this is where we have an arena for this.
So like immediately after the tournament, we get we kind of learn a lot of things. We learn like the post-apocalypse has made the police department basically unable to help anybody.
Basically,
there's also this subgroup called the Power Corps, which is a terrible name.
Such a terrible name.
They should have come up with a better name for that group.
Like I said, first draft ideas.
That's a first draft. Someone was like, Power Corps. Does that work? Yeah, that works. Great. Moving on. And someone else was like, what about? They were like, we said moving on.
Yes.
Harsh stare, continued on in silence. Yes. That person was like, all right, I'll just use it instead of another movie. Right? So, yeah, you have all these gangs. And this is where the movie kind of inadvertently references other movies that are just better than it.
Yep.
Like Big Trouble in Little China. Here, it kind of seems to inadvertently reference The Warriors.
The Warriors is the first thing I thought of.
Yeah, I was just and I'm watching it, and I'm like, what would be cool? Post-apocalyptic warriors.
Yes, that would actually be
kind of
awesome.
Already exists, but
well, yeah. Which again, that show we eventually I would like to talk about it ever is The Tribe, the New Zealand adolescent show, but it was around the time I was that age, so it resonates.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah.
So the gang members kind of have a truce with the police officers that are left.
They only after curfew.
Yes, only after curfew can you fuck with people, and of course the boys are after curfew.
Don't be out after curfew. And
they have their mother, sister, guardian,
coach,
whoever she is, right?
Manager,
whoever she is. She's a character that's there to die.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you could tell.
Yeah, which is the first big, well, not the first big. The first big plot point that happens is on the way home, they get accosted by a bunch of gang members, mostly led by this group of punks named, what's his name? Bo Abobo?
Bo Abobo.
Bo Abobo.
Now, was that a character from
Japanese?
Was that in Street Fighter? Street Fighter, Double Dragon. I know what movie we're watching. Or we watched.
I believe, yes. I believe it is a character in Double Dragon, yeah.
Yeah?
Now, I don't know. I don't remember if it acts anything like what we see here. But yeah, it is a character in Double Dragon.
Oh, okay.
He's kind of like a big dude that you he's like an end boss at a couple levels, I think, if I'm trying to remember correctly.
I went to Google
I don't remember him
search.
being like this.
He does not look. I mean, he looks more like this when he's pre whatever they do to him.
Yeah, I was gonna say at the start of the movie he looks kind of similar to that, just kind of like a punk looking dude.
Yeah, I wish they did not made the monster. I don't know what happened there. They were just we have an effects team. They need to do something. We
gotta use them. Yeah. So eventually, Bobo gets shot up with a bunch of steroids and turned into a freak. But before that, we do see him chasing the Dragon Boys, and we see their Dragon Wagon, which is a car they have to feed to boost its engine.
That is such a, I don't know. That feels like a marriage of two other. There's so many references to other good movies in this movie.
Yeah,
this is like a marriage between Ghostbusters, Ecto One, and the DeLorean in Back to the Future 2 whenever they're in the future, and it's you've put trash in it,
these
to
things
make
are
it
all
run.
true. Now, bigger question: the Dragon Wagon. Does it beat the Terminus bus?
Not even close.
Okay, good. There you go. There you go. That's our constant rule of measure when it comes to post-apocalyptic vehicles. Does it beat the Terminus bus?
I don't know if anything.
We hold things to a high standard on this show, goddammit.
I mean, really. I think it might. I think it's right up there. I think it's just below that blue wagon or whatever from that we just watched on Fist of the North Star.
Fist of the North Star. Yeah,
I think this is
it's
just
definitely
a step below that.
Yeah, it's definitely below that.
Because it is still a cool, and it's got a great name.
It is pretty cool. It's got a great name. Yeah, the name serves it very, very well. The name is all. The Dragon Wagon, that is a killer-ass name.
It is a killer name.
Yeah. Now, the rest of it, the context around that, not as good. There's a lot of Mad Max vehicles that easily supplant that.
Oh, easily.
Yeah.
But now, I will say, the one thing that they have in there is this, like, fold-down computer thing.
Yeah, that was kind of cool.
And it has information on Boa Bobo's weightlifting.
Yeah, like, how much he can weightlift. Yeah, that was fun information.
He can bench press.
They have like a proto-internet here where they can like Google people.
It was
But they can Google people by like license plate?
I guess. I don't know.
They just like scan things with their car, and the car is like, Boa Bobo, he can lift 800 pounds.
Yeah.
And then it scans the boys, and it's like, it tells them where like their information and everything. It's like, okay, well, that's a lot of information you can get.
And then we get there again. Another first draft idea that gets all the way through is, Ugg and home. And he's like, oh, I get it, ugly, homely, and I'm like, are kids gonna know what homely is? Like, honestly,
they're gonna learn. That's one of the vocabulary words of the Double Dragon bonus kids fantastic fun day. Fun day. Come on down.
My God.
You can also leave with your own Ford wagon. So yeah, other thing that you see at the beginning of the movie with the karate tournament as well as the Bo fight is that Scott Wolf does not know how to fight, and he is terrible in every single fight scene.
Yes, 100%.
And they should have just cut him out completely.
He
is awful in this movie.
I don't know why they didn't just like get a body double or
I don't know
really
either. Just like a stunt
get
double.
Another
anything.
But I guess they had to have him because he was, Party of Five. Yes. He was, doing these things.
I would have stunt doubled the shit out of him. I don't even care.
Oh, absolutely.
You couldn't make it look like Leslie Nielsen in Epic Movie, where you can immediately tell it's a different human being.
Yes. Oh, honestly.
Anything better than trying to make Scott Wolf put off a fight scene. Because every single one he is in, he's supposed to be the comedic relief. But he ends up just like a giant pain in the ass that just seems to constantly make his brother's life way harder than it needs to be.
Yeah, really.
And he's just terrible, and then he's awful.
It's
I don't
almost
know why he's supposed to be this way.
And it's highlighted also because Mark Dacascos can fight.
Yes. And it makes it seem like one of them showed up to work and the other didn't.
Exactly.
That's literally what it comes across like. Like, one of them showed up like, okay, I need to be a karate action brother. I'm going to learn. I'm going to make sure like I have the body, the physique.
Yeah.
I have the somewhat of the, the ability to pull off these moves that they're going to maybe ask me to do, so they don't have to stunt double every single thing.
Oh,
and then Scott Wolf showed up and was like, you want me to? No, I'm not doing that.
No, not
you
doing
need
that.
to rewrite it or whatever, and just have me like hit him with a hammer that I found on the ground, and then I'm going to chase him around and make Three Stooges noises at him, and it's like,
God, yeah.
So it just comes across every single time he's in the movie, it comes across as condescending to children, even.
Oh,
it's really, really insufferable every time he's in the movie.
Oh yeah.
So this eventually leads to two things. Bobo, as I should say. Bobo is a different person.
Yeah.
He goes and meets with the main villain, Robert Patrick, and tells him basically the brothers have the other half of the medallion. This results in him running into some problems involving genetic mutation. That seems to be like a subplot of the movie that should have definitely been explored more.
They had what did he call it? Subatomic steroids or something like that? I don't know.
Yeah, subatomic really steroids. Yeah, some weird thing they give him. It ends up making him look like a crazy giant thing.
I don't know what
He's fucking weird looking.
Yeah, it was like
it's unsightly. It's not even like terrifying. It's just like gross.
Yeah, it's very weird, gross. It doesn't. Yeah. I don't know. It doesn't even look scary. Like, yeah,
it does not. It does not. Although when we first meet him is when we do finally get kind of firmly introduced to Robert Patrick and we see his acting style in this movie.
Yes.
It is pretty awesome.
Oh, yeah.
It is pretty awesome. I really liked his I really like his overacting.
Oh, yeah.
He chews the scenery of every single thing he is in. God damn, he eats it all up.
He knows what kind of movie he's in.
Thank God someone did. Because, like, if, other than him, if he was not performing like this movie would be insufferable.
Oh, yeah.
If not for Robert Patrick, this would be one of the worst movies ever made.
Definitely.
He saves it and makes it at least watchable for him.
Yeah.
Because, at least he's going to show up a lot. And it seems like the editors or whoever fixed this movie seem to kind of know that because they shove in as much Robert Patrick as they can.
Oh, yeah.
He is constantly in the movie. Finds himself, like you said, in all kinds of ways. Shows up as the narrator. Fuck it. Why not? We need more. Yeah. So eventually he shows up at their house, which they live in like an old abandoned theater.
Which, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, it's pretty neat, right? This leads to another fight where we see that Scott Wolf can't fight, and it's really bad.
Oh, yeah.
This is also eventually where the movie kind of like accidentally raises the stakes way too fast.
Yeah.
So rather than them stealing the medallion, and then the boys and the girl have to go find the medallion, and then like you have like kind of like a clear linear narrative to the next plot point, that would have made sense. That's one way you could have gone. You could have had, them kidnap the girl. Oh, okay. A little old-fashioned, but okay, hey. This is a kid's movie. We're talking simple narratives. It works. It would be similar to the game, yes.
Which, by the way, the game, and I think it's at this point where they smash the game, right? Or is that in the other part?
I think it's in the other part. I can't remember. It's in one of the parts where they end up accidentally, like they smash into the arcade of Double Dragon.
What an ironic metaphor.
Exactly. Yeah, it's another one of those eye-rolling moments where you're like, "Oh God!"
But but they're smashing the game in the movie where they're smashing the idea of the game.
Yeah. And so it's dumb. Yeah, it's very, very dumb. It's just incredible. Everything about this movie is dumb. So eventually we do meet Alyssa Milano.
Yeah,
who is fitting the 90s visual motif of being a punk, quote-unquote, punk girl with short blonde hair.
Yeah.
That was a thing in the 90s.
I will say, except for some dumb parts about her character, I liked her a lot in this.
She's not that bad in this movie. No. If we're talking good things, I would say Robert Patrick is number one. Number two, I would say her. She's just not the worst.
No.
Her character is kind of stupid and doesn't need to exist, especially if the movie had followed one of the plot points that we talked about, where it's like instead of so we kind of got off track there. I'll have to go back and edit that, but it could have gone like a kidnapping. It could have gone the amulet gets kidnapped.
Yeah.
They could have. God. They all get arrested. He gets them arrested by the cops that he's working for, the gang, anything. Instead, they basically end up burning her alive.
There's like I guess it explodes. So
with her in it, and she's just dead.
Yeah.
Holy shit, that went dark.
Right?
Like, we're barely in the fucking exposition. God damn. Like, we've gotten barely into the rising act, and you're already killing off one of the major characters.
Yeah.
Like, it was like, she didn't need to die.
No.
That was extreme. Hey, that's the direction y'all chose to go in, which is a hell of a direction.
Yeah, really.
Hell of a direction. So, now their house is destroyed. Their sister / mother / guardian is dead.
Yeah.
And they also know that the little medallion that they had with them is a little bit more important than maybe they thought.
Yeah. And
now, go ahead.
I was going to say, she does get to do a little more exposition on that. But
a little late, though, as the boys do point out.
Yeah, well, and they never learn. The only thing she says is don't use it.
Yeah, don't use it.
Yeah. And
which is kind of like, all right, well, I mean, if they don't use it, I don't think they're going to actually win this fucking fight,
right? Like, but I guess at that time,
whatever.
But I guess she didn't have a chance to be like, "Oh shit, you need to use it now." You know,
don't use it unless he turns into a shadow ninja. Then maybe you need to. Yeah, so that's where we see that Robert Patrick's his half gives him shadow powers.
Yes.
And the other half, as the boys find out later on, basically makes them invincible.
Basically.
These are weird-ass fucking powers.
Yeah, like, and I don't know how that at all corresponds to the video game. Like,
I don't think the video game has any fucking power system at all.
I don't remember there being a single... I just remember... Now, I remember Final Fight, you would pick up items and hit people and throw them.
Yeah, you pick up like a wrench and slack a motherfucker.
Now, could you do that in Double Dragon?
I know in a couple of them. I don't know at what point they added that, but okay. I know it wasn't in the first one. I don't believe.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so that was the most of air quote powers, you know.
Yeah, so, really, yeah. So he's Shadow Boy, so he can like possess people, and we see this when he possesses their sister and tries to get them to.
Yeah.
Before they kill her, tries to get them to give away the medallion, and of course that doesn't work.
No.
And he uses these powers a bunch. He'll use them on one of the brothers later on. He uses them to kill the leader of the gangs. He uses these shadow powers a lot. If you had medallion powers, what powers are you picking? You got a power in mind?
Oh, a power in mind?
Yeah. What power would you choose?
For a medallion.
Not of these two, because they both suck. But like, if you could make another power.
If I could make another power? Oh, God.
Yeah. Do you have a power in mind that you would go with?
God, I don't even like the power to I'm trying to even think of anything that I would even want a medallion to do. Maybe what's the word? Like, I don't know, like some kind of mental power, some kind of like
mental power,
like read thoughts or something. Maybe
that'd be nice.
I think something like that would be useful. I mean, more useful than turning into a shadow.
I would like to have the power to be able to snap my fingers and make whoever I deem worthy, quote unquote, worthy, immediately have an epileptic fit and only be able to, from that point onward, speak as though they were earnest.
I know what I mean.
Know what I mean, man? That's my power. It's called the gift of being earnest.
Oh,
the importance of it.
The importance of being earnest. Medallion.
That's my power. That's what I'll go with.
Jesus Christ. That's a wild power?
Well, Bird, let's get back to the movie.
Did you hear what I said, though? It's a wild power?
Oh, I heard you. I was trying to ignore it.
Oh, please. Please ignore me.
So Jesus. The next plan involves the brothers, since they don't have a home and they don't have anyone, and their only other female accompaniment is dead. Now they have to go and find Marion, and that's Alyssa Milano.
And how big is this city that everybody seems to know everybody, or at least these people all seem to conveniently know each other? And they're like, "It's the Lee brothers, we know them." And then she's like, "Why don't you? We want y'all to join us. Like, if you'd have just joined us, we could do so much." Like, they all just are aware of each. Like, why are they aware of this karate duo?
They're the king of tag team karate, and
but they keep losing. That's even
they do keep losing. They're not very good at tag team karate, actually. I don't know what sport it is. So the only interesting thing about Alyssa Milano's character is that she's kind of got a little Romeo and Juliet thing going with Scott Wolf here.
Yeah.
As well as, she's the daughter of the head of the police who is currently getting bribed by Robert Patrick's character. And of course, they, for some reason, have the genius idea once they hook up to go to Robert Patrick's territory.
Yeah, well,
it literally it tried to sneak in to steal his medallion.
So
this is stupid idea.
Well, that actually, it's what makes it, I don't know, maybe I'm going to say less stupid as an idea to begin with, is they were going in there to, like, this, I don't know, like, I felt like this was maybe an okay idea that they had.
Yeah.
They were going to try to do, like, some subterfuge, like, they were going to, like, because I guess there's, like, this gangland network, like an internet for the gangs to, I don't know, give information to each other or something.
Yeah,
and,
Gangnet.
Huh?
Gangnet.
Horrible name.
We'll workshop
but it's to the point. But they were gonna basically have it to where the maniacs, I guess, was the name of it, like the name of them.
Yeah.
They were gonna put in there that they were making more money than the other ones to try to, like, turn them against each other again. So, like, because the problem was that the gangs were united, and so she was like, "Well, we need to unite the gangs," and so her goal had nothing to do with the medallion or the boys or anything. They were just there to help her and her goal. But then when they're doing that, and of course Mark Dacascos is like, "This is a terrible plan." It's like, what do you have?
It is a terrible plan. Like, none of this goes according to plan. It ends up with all three of them getting caught.
The boys just end up, like, saying, like, "Forget that. I hear his voice. Let's go get the medallion." And she's like, "What are you doing?" It's more of that
crawling into the fucking ventilation. That was the thing in the 90s. We all had to crawl into vent shafts.
This almost
turns out most of them can't support our weight.
Yeah, really. Well, and I'll tell you this was the biggest vent shafts I've ever seen. Like, they were...
Oh, yeah, you could drive the VW Bug through these fucking vent shafts.
Honestly, these were not, like, McClane would have had a much easier time in these ducts.
He would have. Yeah, John would have been able to get through a lot better with these vent shafts
running.
He could have stretched out. He could have taken a nap. Yeah.
For real.
So eventually they fall through the vent shafts, which results in the only brother that really you want to see getting kidnapped. And then immediately you're like, oh, God. You took away, like, the only good one. Now we're left with fucking Scott. Thank you.
Wolf. And by the way, no one's ever said, "Oh, good, it's Scott that's left."
Yeah. Other than maybe his kids, Scott. I don't know. Maybe his kids are like, "Oh, thank God, Dad's home." Well, but other than that,
I can't think of a person named Scott. Sorry to anybody named Scott out there, but I can't think of a single person named Scott that everybody's like, "Oh, thank God, it's Scott."
Also, to all the Scotts out there, go fuck yourself.
I have a bad history with Scots. Anyway.
Oh, I forgot about that. Now, immediately as you said that, I'm like, oh, yeah, I know. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, so this plan does not work. It does result in Jimmy getting kidnapped. Later on, he is going to show back up, and of course, he has been shadow puppeted.
Yep.
And so that means that the brothers have to fight, which is awful.
Yeah. Well, okay, so in between these times, I totally forgot about this, and it just got, like, popped into my head. The Power Corps people find Bo Abobo in the wreckage of the explosion.
They try to, like, help him back, yeah.
I guess that's what they're doing, and then, but she's torturing him with, like, a spinach diet, like, in a funnel. This is such a... First, like, that's the kind of torture you do to a kid,
Yeah, she's, like, overfeeding him at first, and then she kind of realizes that, like, he really can't say much because he doesn't know much.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't know much. And then eventually he kind of joins as, like a silly kind of sidekick that shows up later on in the movie. Way more than he needs to. Like, he could have cut all of his scenes out, and it wouldn't have mattered at all.
Given him something to do?
That's a possibility. There's that. Whoever would have thought about that? Yeah,
but I feel like
he kind of just shows back up and is annoying.
I get the feeling the prosthetics weren't robust enough to have him do anything. Yeah,
you'll notice at the end of the movie when he asks to get into the car, they don't show you him getting in. They just cut to him in it because there's no way he could have gotten in the car.
No way. Like, and I'm sure it was only like his top half. Like he had to have like like the prosthetics probably only went down to like his waist, you know? Like,
yeah, exactly.
Because it's, you know, it's such a dumb looking prosthetic. God bless.
Yeah. Now I will say, like, by the time Shadow Jimmy shows up, the movie is almost fucking over.
Yeah.
It does kind of wrap itself up rather quickly.
The boys still don't know how to use the medallion.
No, they still don't really know what the fuck this thing does, and other than like, well, when he uses it, he's a shadow man.
Yeah.
But we don't know how to use it.
Well, I think at one point they said his has the on switch. Like,
yeah.
Whenever they went, like when they were in the shafts, like they're like, his has the on switch. And I'm like, all right, that's kind of clever, you know? Like,
yeah, it was kind of nice. That was a clever little line there.
Oh, and there's also, I will say, as far as character development, air quotes, there's that one punk guy that's like the sidekick of Boa Bobo, the Mohawk dude, who with the like fucking, what was that? Oh fuck, what's that character's name? That's with Jabba the Hutt, that little creature that laughs. Like that.
I know you're talking about. I don't remember his name though.
I don't remember his name, but I do know like that. It's basically him, and he's just got that. And he's just there to do that laugh, and his development is very funny. He's like pokes like when they're in that boathouse or whatever, and he like looks in, he's like, I see you, and then Mark Dacascos is like, no you don't, and shoves a metal bar in his eye, and then later on he's got a eye patch like, or a bandage, like what was it, like a bandana around his eye. I was like, well, at least he's, you know, at least there's some continuity in this movie, if nothing else. Like they
did do that,
you know.
So the boys fighting results in the medallion getting taken away from them, and now Robert Patrick has both of them.
Well, by this time, I think Scott Wolf actually figured it out. Well, he didn't figure it out. He got rid of it. He throws it away, and I think that's when he it actually starts working for him, because now he's like, oh well, I can't hurt you now, so I'll hurt your brother. You know, I'll kill him if you don't give me the medallion.
Yes, he realizes that he needs to kill Jimmy, so he tries to drop the training sack on his head.
But all that ends up doing is it knocks the medallion out of Scott Wolf's hand. I know his name is Billy, but I can't think of him in any other way. He's Scott. And so they just basically give it up. You know, it's like the weirdest way to be like, and he's got it. Yeah. And now he does shit with it that's like...
He does cool shit with it. He turns into like a fucking shadow ninja.
2 shadow ninjas.
Yes, 2 of them. And they can like kill anything that they touch.
It's nuts.
The boys can't do anything cool like that.
No. And
they just get new clothes.
So, and I can't... So they got a hold of the thing. I don't even remember how they got a hold of it. I've already forgotten. But they end up with it.
Yeah, it's some contrived, stupid thing.
They kick both of the ninjas together, and they fuse back into Robert Patrick, and then all of a sudden, the medallion is back in 2 pieces.
Oh, I remember. It involved the lights. She turns the lights on.
Oh, yeah, because
shadow ninja.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. And then
That's a pretty stupid power if all you have to do is turn the fucking lights on.
Right? Oh,
it's also not how shadows work.
I was about to say...
They don't just goddamn disappear. Whatever.
Well, you wouldn't have shadows without lights, so, you know.
Yes. Okay. Yeah.
I know. It's...
Anyway.
So the end
of this movie makes no sense.
The medallion halves land in their hand.
Yeah,
and they...
How convenient.
Yep. And...
Or contrived.
Oh, God, it is so... And it's like the end of the movie. Like, we waited this whole time, which kind of reminded me of Mario, the Mario movie.
Yeah, it has a lot of Mario Brothers at the end of it.
It does, because it's like this whole time, they're just doing nothing with the world they are in. And it's the same thing here. They're doing nothing with this medallion. It may as well just be nothing, you know? It may as well like, I don't know. And
so
finally...
the boys get the medallions. They put them together. by our powers combined, and then they get new clothes.
Yeah, and it's
They're
like
nice. They look nice.
Very
very snazzy.
What's the very Parliament, very funkadelic, you know? Like they just needed some star shades, you know?
Yeah, you could totally see them jamming out to Flashlight.
Hell yes. Well, I mean, that's what it reminded me of, honestly. It reminded me of that. I was like, oh man, it's
Flashlight. So their powers are kind of shitty. Like, they don't turn into a samurai ninjas with, like, vapor swords. They just punch him, and then they take over his body and make him do goofy, stupid little kid shit.
Oh, that part, I will say...
fucking kills the movie for me.
But I will say, that was just me. I had to completely take myself out of it, because I was just like, well, Robert Patrick is having a good time. He's kind of acting like Mark Dacascos there. I kind of see it, you know? I'm like, wow, he's good.
That's true.
He's way too good for this.
That's fair. He is way too good for this. He is way too good for this, yeah. So this leads to him, the police arriving.
Yep.
Because we needed that to happen. Then he...
Oh, well, because this is kind of like RoboCop. You know? How the cops are just, they're not doing it anymore. They're striking or whatever. And then this is the thing that like gets them all back. And you have someone who's, I don't know if he was a real cop and they just put him in there, that cop that he talks to him. He's like, you just want to go out there because your kid is out there. It's like, Jesus Christ. You don't want to do another take? Like,
no.
And then
move on.
Yeah. And then at the end he comes back, you know, whenever they're like, oh, sirens. I'm like, oh, really? Kids are excited about cops. All right.
Yeah, it was stupid. Also, the boys have like fucking Robert Patrick sign over a check or whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah,
like a cyber check for $129 million, and the police. Then he asked to be arrested.
Yeah,
which is like, that doesn't fit the stakes that you established. He killed your fucking like sister, like mother, whatever the hell she was. She killed him.
Oh, and he also finds out that
Three Stooges with him.
Like, he killed their father also.
Yeah, he killed your father too, and you're just going to fucking play Three Stooges. It's just like,
it's like all the stakes.
I just don't buy it. Like, either don't go there in a kids movie to put the kids in a predicament where they have to like want death vengeance to get back for this. Like, don't make that as a character arc if you're not going to pay that off, because otherwise, like, you can't do that in a kids movie.
Yeah, because it
ends up... you shouldn't have fucking murdered her. Why did you murder her?
Yeah, right.
Like, what the hell?
Yeah, the way the movie ends, you'd think nobody died, nobody, you didn't find out that he murdered their dad. He just seems like some goofball, millionaire, billionaire, whatever.
The only reason to end it this way is to set up for a sequel.
Oh, yeah. Although,
where you're going to be like, oh, he didn't die. He was arrested. He breaks out of jail.
Yep.
Bloody fucking blah, bloody, bloody, blah. He reunites the gangs. Yeah, we kind of skipped over the whole, like, him killing and the leader of the gangs and reuniting them, because honestly, it didn't really matter. There are a lot of, like, gang scenes with the fighting where they try to attack the brothers, and Scott and Alyssa, but all the fight scenes suck.
Yeah. Oh, no, it's awful.
Of all the movies that we're going to talk about involving, these quote unquote chop socky and the Wasteland films.
Yeah.
This is the worst one for the fighting, at least.
Yeah.
It's pretty bad. Like, all the fight scenes are pretty lackluster, which kind of sucks, because you think like Mark Dacascos and Robert Patrick could probably put on like a fun show.
I bet they could, because Robert Patrick, I mean, he put a lot of work into Terminator 2.
Totally.
He learned how to, like, he trained himself to shoot a gun with his eyes without blinking, He can outrun a motorcycle. Like, he's, or at least...
he is an action movie star.
Absolutely. I bet he could have figured out, like, just a little bit of fight choreography taught, taught to him.
Totally.
He could have done something, but they did nothing with him, and I think he kind of went with it. He's like, fine, paycheck. do it.
Yeah, I mean, fuck it. I don't gotta get hurt. Okay, cool. Yeah, have the kids shadow possess me and make me slap myself in the face and make silly faces and
it's
very silly, very silly.
It is a very it's like all this potential wasted,
Yeah, there's like, I forget the term for it. There is a term for it. I think it's like narrative dissonance, where the characters' actions do not match with how they are like presented within the context of the world. I feel like you get a lot of that here, where like within the context of this world, he is presented as being like this nefarious evil bastard who deserves like death,
right?
Or at least more than just to get put behind bars of a shitty police force that isn't probably going to be able to hold him.
Yeah, really.
Based on just all the murder and things he's done. It's just like, it doesn't fit the movie.
No. And really, he is putting in a King Koopa performance from...
He is.
It's basically, he's doing Dennis Hopper in a way. Yeah. Like his own version. And
totally.
But he, Dennis Hopper dies at the end of Super Mario Brothers. Like, the stakes were understood,
Yeah, he knew that was a one contract deal. He's like, I ain't doing another one of these.
Yeah, right.
Fuck that shit. Well, we have reached the end. So, final thoughts on the movie.
I actually have something I really want to say, and this is like,
oh yeah, go for it.
It's so stupid. I just thought of it, but
hey,
we've talked so much shit about this movie. You think this movie's bad? Wait till you see their lawyers.
That is the thing that he says in the movie. That is the thing. Yeah. That is the thing he says. This movie is not very good. It is watchable. I don't think anyone who watches it can say Robert Patrick isn't fun to see in this movie. There are some other fun elements, but overall, like, it is a movie that is not the sum of its parts. It's a movie that is like I said, it's a mixture of all of these really talented people just not working well together, or at least not showing up and putting on their best work on the day of, because this is far from anybody involves best movie. Anybody involves best writing, best directing, producing, editing, anything. With that being said, I do kind of have a soft spot for this movie in my life. Mm-hmm. It is a movie I grew up watching the shit out of and playing the video games and enjoying it, doing all of those things like I mentioned. There would actually be a video game based off of this that would come out for the PS1, which was a fighting game. Yeah. They made a fighting game. So instead of a brawler, it's like a Street Fighter, like Mortal Kombat. Yeah. Yeah, they actually, I think we're going to have like a Mortal Kombat themed game where they were going to have like the people from the movie like do the screen capture. And that got canceled somewhere along the way.
Oh, I was going to say, I thought I remember that one.
Yeah, that never quite happened. Yeah,
I think I just saw the ads for it or something, or
possibly. Yeah,
I'm like not a TV spot that they did about it.
There was a bunch of Double Dragon games, so
Yeah.
But in spite of some of the negative things we said, there are some things I do like about this movie. And if you've never seen it, it's a fun time. It's on Tubi. It's 90 minutes. It's not the worst thing you could ever watch. It's far from the best thing. But hey, I think honestly, if you just recast Scott Wolf, that would solve a lot of the problems. I don't want to blame everything on him, but like he takes away a huge chunk of the movie.
Oh yeah.
Anything else you want to add besides your quote about lawyers?
That was God. I'm still proud of what I said. No, but I will say this is one of those movies that's just 90s in a bottle, Like,
yeah, totally.
If you ever wanted to, see what a bit of the 90s was like, this is kind of bad. Yeah, this is kind of one of them. I think this is I don't think this movie could be anything but a 90s movie. And so as far as that goes, like, kids, if you want to see what the 90s was like, kind of.
There you go.
Especially like 90s hairstyles and shit.
Yeah.
But no, stylistically, this is such a 90s movie. No, I like it. I think it's terrible, but I like it.
yeah, same. I think it's terrible, but it's good in a way.
Exactly.
There you go.
Yeah.
Simplified review. It's terrible. but it's okay. It's
Yeah.
like a good Chili's. It's like a good night at Chili's.
Exactly.
Terrible, but good. Terribly good. Terribly good. Terribly good. Next week we will be back with a movie that I think is just largely considered good. At least the first one. First one. We're going to talk about The Matrix. So we'll be back and see big budget Keanu, one of the bigger movies that we've ever going to talk about. So this will be a fun time. We will see y'all then. Bye.
Take it easy.
Hot damn, college boy. Thank you so much for listening. Every single week we come back with a new movie about the end of the world, or a movie about the beginning of the end of the world, or what happens after the end of the world, or maybe one day we just decide to watch Showgirls. Who knows? Right? But every week we are coming back, and thank you so much for stopping in this week and listening to the whole episode and hearing our thoughts on whatever train wreck of a movie I chose to force my friend to watch this week. I'm a good person like that. And thank you for also being a good person. There you go. If you want to be a really, really fucking cool person, which you obviously are, why don't you give us a like, and actually, more importantly, give us a subscribe. I find that to be more important. I don't know if the algorithm says it is. I don't really give a shit. But thank you for your patronage either way, and clicking all the things and doing all the stuff. Bye. Thanks.